Everybody come around, come around, come around. Masky and beef, let's talk the talk. Masky and beef, let's talk the talk. Talkative Duo series. Masky and beef, let's talk the talk. Talkative Duo series. Masky and beef, let's talk the talk. Talkative Duo series. Masky and beef, let's talk the talk. Talkative Duo series. Masky and beef, let's talk the talk. Talkative Duo series. Masky and beef, let's talk the talk. Talkative Duo series. Masky and beef, let's talk the talk. Talkative Duo series. Masky and beef, let's talk the talk. Masky and beef, let's talk the talk.
Hello, 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 our beautiful TDS family. I miss you guys, honestly. I do miss you guys.
I know.
Okay, guys, this is your girl, Talkative Masky.
Beautiful
And on the
talkative.
other side with me is, oh my God, see your hair. Don't be smarting. Even wear wigs today. Hey, see this fine girl, people.
I beg, don't allow me to laugh.
Please,
Allow me
guys,
to be
I'm like,
serious, please. I
oh
beg
God.
you.
Since you're wearing wig, introduce yourself.
Okay.
No,
So this
introduce
is your
yourself now.
girl.
Why is she laughing?
I am the wig
So,
wearing talkative.
Kati, I'm helping you.
Wig wearing talkative. Today, I decided to do something different. So
Yeah, you
I
look
want you all to
different
go
and
to,
beautiful too.
thank you. I want you guys to go to the comment section and tell me if you like the wig. If you don't like it, next time I will go back to my normal low cut. But if you like it,
Yeah,
I will
let's
wear
hear
another
if
one.
your
I will
guys
wear another
like
one
it.
for you people. Sorry?
No, they said that you're looking, they like it too.
Oh, thank you guys. Thank you.
Mm.
So we're here today for this our beautiful live show as usual. And you guys know how it is when we come. It's fun, informative, and everything in
Yeah,
between. Today
no
we also
protocol,
came
just be yourself, have some fun, okay, guys?
absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
We came bearing a guest, our beautiful, delectable gubernatorial candidate, Miss Chioma
Yes, so.
Ifemeludke. You are welcome, darling. Can we have our guest, please, engineer?
Oh God, the network.
Just
It's raining in Nigeria, yeah.
see person picking now, see as she fine.
See, I thought person picking fine,
I they tell you.
honestly.
You're welcome to the show, Chioma.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you,
Is it
ladies.
okay if we call you Chioma, or do
It's
you
good
want
to
to be
be here.
addressed
You guys
in
keep
another way?
yeah, Choma is fine. Choma is fine.
Awesome.
This is an
Awesome. So
excellence, you please.
Your Excellency, absolutely.
Your
Okay, so
excellence.
our viewers, we want to quickly just let you know, most of you are in Nigeria. It's raining right now, and the network might give us a bit of a challenge. But any which way it goes, I just want you guys to bear with us as you always do. Thank you for loving us like you do. Alrighty.
Yes,
Without
so.
further ado, we are going to let our guest tell us about herself.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. I must say you ladies look beautiful. Yes, and glad to be here with you. Yeah. I'm glad to be here with you. Okay, let me start with my name. My name is Chioma Grace Ifemeludke. Sorry about my voice, a bit cracked, but
It's
I'm sure
okay.
we'll
We
manage.
understand.
We understand,
Okay, so
based
my
on
name,
the circumstances, a lot of talking is going on.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
oh yeah, a whole
Yeah.
lot. My name is Chioma Grace Ifemeludke. I'm from Anambra State. I'm from Idemili North Local Government, Eziowele Town, Ezinimo Village. Yes.
Oh,
Um, I'm born into a family of five. Um, Five of us. My mom is widowed. My mom was widowed at an early age, sometime in 1993. Yes. And then I grew up, I was born and raised in Plateau State, Jos to be precise, the city of Jos. That
By
was
your
where,
mom, by you. So which means you were with your mom and your siblings, and your mom raised you guys as a single mother.
yes,
You
from the time my dad, we lost our dad, of course, she raised
okay?
us as a single mother. Yeah, she didn't remarry.
You must
She
have
didn't
been a
remarry.
strong woman, yeah. Strong woman,
Yeah,
yeah.
she is. She's actually what has given birth to the kind of woman I am today. That
That
has,
was why I raised that
greatly,
point because it's really, yeah, it's a point you
yeah,
need to note if you're listening, well.
It
yes.
takes a strong woman to raise one.
Yes, exactly.
Five children. I'm the fourth out of five. I'm the fourth out of five. And I don't know if I should mention this. It might make a difference. It might not. I was five. I was 5 years old when my dad died, and my junior brother was 2 years and some months. So you'd agree with me that it was quite, you know,
Yeah,
um,
that must have been a
you know,
story. Must have
yeah,
been a
I
it was an
journey.
unfortunate, yeah, it was an unfortunate incident, but it's fine.
Mhm.
I mean, we all came up, beautifully. She did a good job, and this is me also, you know, throwing salutes to her. Yeah, so
we throw a
we're
salute,
born in,
Mama.
yes. We were born and raised in Jos. I went to St. Paul's Primary School. It's an Anglican school. I went to St. Paul's Anglican Primary School, and then secondary school. I went to three secondary schools. I've been a very interesting personality. Yeah,
You know how
very
it is,
very.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I went to three secondary schools. First, I went to Township. There's a Township school in Jos then. I went to there's a private school, Plastops, the second one. And the third one was St. John's College. That was where I finished my secondary school before I proceeded to Lagos. I left Jos at my teenage age because I'd always wanted to be an actress. There was nothing you tell me, I just was really, inquisitive about the world out there. And I left quite early. So I went
Yeah.
to find my career path, from that early stage right after my secondary school. And then I started acting when I got to Lagos. I was doing some bit of,
Mm-hmm.
waka pass now. You know how you start.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
was started with the waka pass rules. Not really, wasn't that bad, but
But the
you have
important thing is that you were pursuing your dreams, you were acting. That's the important thing.
yeah,
That's the
absolutely.
important
I
thing
was
here.
happy even with the
Mm-hmm.
small little roles. I felt good because it was what I wanted. I wanted to be in that environment.
And
So I
and and we
proceeded
cannot we
then.
cannot look,
I
we
was
cannot
acting a
look
bit
down on the
into,
days of little beginning.
Of course not. Yeah. The
We
days
can't
of
look
little
down.
beginnings, they are
absolutely,
important.
absolutely not. Never, never, never. Because that formed some of the journeys I embarked on in my
Okay,
career,
okay. Now, Chioma,
pursuits.
let me cut
So,
in here. Let me cut in here, Chioma. So was it okay? Because you
yes.
said something about acting and that and how you started, and I know that something had happened when you were an actress. And there was a bit of controversy. Was it within that? Because I know you have to do with your acting career. Was it within this period that it happened? Do you want to tell us? Do you want to walk us through that? How did that happen? Just give us like
Even though this particular story, part of my story, is something I hold dear. So I like to talk about it when I feel I should, when I have I need people to hear it. So I like to talk about it when I think the stage is set, when the right people are listening. Yeah. So I just do a bit of it. I'm not gonna go into details.
That's what I
So
said.
it
We don't
happened.
want to know, just a little bit
Like an
Yes.
about it.
It
overview.
happened.
No
It
problem.
happened after. It happened after the particular incident happened after my youth service. Before, please, before my youth service, right after I left, because I was in Oka while I was in school. I was going from Oka to Iwariam. So I lived in Oka. So right after uni was 2016. Immediately after
Okay, so
I
you
finished,
hold on.
I
I have
got
to be.
my
I'm sorry, Choma. We may have to be, interjecting because we want our people
okay.
to get the full details of what you're saying to understand you clearly. So you were in Oka. When you were in Oka, you were in the university,
In a
right?
bar.
Yeah, I was in Ibariam. I because I didn't. I was going to go to the part of my tertiary institution, but then let me just get there. I went to Chukwu Emeka Odumegu Ojukwu University. Used to be
Exactly.
Anambra State University, and I studied
Okay.
political science. Yes. So
Good.
while I was
Good.
in school, I was resident in Oka from the I did
Okay.
part time 1 2 years before I switched to regular. And when I was doing part time, I lived in Ibariam. I lived in Ibariam for a year, and then when I moved to the regular class, I moved to Oka, and I was going to school from
Okay.
Oka to Ibariam.
Okay. As
So
a
that was
full-time student.
yes, as a full time student.
Thank you. Good.
Yeah.
That's
So
interesting.
can I
Yeah.
proceed with the incident when it happened?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So while immediately I got my statement of results, I finished my defense, got my statement, and then the list for the NYC lists. You know how they do it in Nigeria. When the Senate approves, you get a list, and then you know that you're done with school, at least for that moment. You can now
Mm-hmm.
proceed to do service. So I packed up my house in Oka. I sold some items. I gave out the house, and then I was ready to embark, on the next level of my life, knowing that I was going to serve the next, in the coming months. So I went to Lagos because then my eldest sister, because we're three girls. My eldest sister, she lives in Canada with her family, was living then in Lagos. She was living then in Lagos, Lekki to be precise. So I packed up from Oka and then I proceeded to Lagos. But in the course of
Okay.
packing up, I think it was actually that period I packed up because I got some of my items. The items I couldn't move to Lagos, I got them sold out. So I was able to relocate. So in that period, that was when this actress, Linda Clems, contacted me and she said, "Hey, I have this friend I want you to meet." And I was like, okay, you know, like you're a young girl, people can introduce you to people. It could be for marriage, it could be for, and this is like a senior colleague of mine I respect a lot, you know. So when she, initiated that, so I was like, okay, it's fine. Why not? If you feel this person is good, because for you to want to introduce someone to yourself, you feel this person is someone good that you can meet. Maybe if you guys kick off and something good happens, then that's it, whatever. So that was what actually started that convo. And I was like, good, why not? I'm coming to Lagos. I've rounded off with school. When I come, I'll be glad to meet this person. And that was how this whole thing, you know like, she knew I was coming to Lagos, and I knew I was going to meet her in Lagos for us to meet this person. So when I got to Lagos, in the few days, she was one of the people I contacted, like, oh, okay, I'm in Lagos now, whenever you think is fine for us to meet this friend. you know she was like, okay, the person is traveling to America. The person is traveling, that we're all going to meet the person, and we introduce them.
So
So
you
it
finally did
was
you
okay
finally
with
meet
me.
this
But
person?
yes, and at this point, I'm not gonna go into the details anymore because, like I said, which I spoke about this. I came out publicly to talk about, to unveil this thing. you know, and I intend to talk about it again because it's something that is
Okay,
important to me. It's an information that
let's move away
Mhm.
from that. Let's move away from that. Yeah,
Yeah.
since like you said it, like let's move away from that. Okay.
Yeah. Dr.
Yes,
Timaski,
it's okay. Yeah, you can.
I just wanted us to quickly remind our viewers that we're on TikTok, we're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, we're on X. So please do well to join us and then share wherever you are at, share this link so that people come and watch, because this is going to be a very interesting interview. In the meantime, this experience, it obviously is a long one, and we would want to, just move away from it. But just would you say that gleaning from that experience, that it kind of shapes your interest into politics, or what? What lessons did you learn from this experience? I mean, it's out there; anybody can go get it and listen to it. Yeah.
okay, like I said I said on an interview the other day, these are two different things. They are very they stand alone. you know
Mhm.
well,
Well,
it's
usually,
important.
sorry to interject again. Usually, they may stand alone as it is, but sometimes some of the things that one goes through in life shapes the course that they end up taking. Because sometimes
Exactly.
you might want to correct things based off of what you've seen in life, and that can make you to take the step to go into politics. That's just what I mean. But yes, go ahead, please, and say it the way you feel it. I'm not. You are the one living the experience.
Can you
Can you
hear
hear
me?
me?
Are you
Did you
okay?
hear?
Yeah, but
Huh?
you were breaking up a bit. I need to be sure. I can hear you now. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear
Okay.
you.
I think it's the network. Okay, now let me say this, Choma. Okay, let's just go straight this way. You know that based on antecedent things that have happened in the past, it's like our people are a little bit skeptical about people in the in the entertainment industry going into politics based on antecedents. How do you think this is going to pan out? If you understand where I'm going with this, how do you think this is going to pan out to you from the from that industry?
I can hardly make
And
focus.
how people are, they have, they are biased about, do you get what I'm saying? People from that industry coming into politics, there's a lot of bias, a lot of, it's neither here nor there going on. So how do you think this is going to pan out as concerns your own?
Yeah.
The network is really bad.
It's not
The
network,
network
it's
is,
power.
oh my God.
Welcome to
Okay.
Nigeria.
Okay,
Welcome.
it's okay.
Welcome
It's
to
our
Nigeria.
country.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
so to speak to the first question, I actually understand your question perfectly, but it didn't form my political decision. Like I said, I was a unionist in school. I was a Nance
Oh,
comrade.
Okay.
I was the leader of Nigerian female students as a comrade. I mobilized Nigerian female students across Nigeria. I
mhm.
was a Nance comrade. I traveled for conventions.
Okay, so you're a
And if I'm
political
saying this
animal. I'm
happened
sorry to
after
say,
youth
but
service, then you understand that I'd already started forming, this journey right even before this incident happened. So it didn't form
okay.
this. It didn't. That's why I said they are independent.
Absolutely.
They
Okay.
don't they
Okay.
don't connect. But you can find a connection when you're talking about what to learn or what it
Mm,
teaches. You could find
mhm,
a
Mm-hmm.
connection. Where the
mhm,
connection is
Okay.
is the fact that now there's gonna be actual young women wanting to know my story, wanting to understand why I came out. There's gonna be actual people looking up to me as a model, people who actually need to speak out, saying that
mhm,
if Chioma
Yes.
Grace Ifemeludke could speak out and nothing happened to her, she didn't break, she didn't bend, then I can
mhm.
speak out. And for me, that is leadership.
Yes.
That is literally playing out even without you knowing. So there's light now, darling. So what you don't know happening is the universe is forming a leader out of you when you take bold steps.
It's
So
true.
that is the connect I see. But to say did it form my political? No, not at all. Not at all.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm trying to get to your own question, but I think it's kept my mind now. Just refresh me, babe.
I just said that normally what's
Okay,
going
yeah,
on
I
here
get it.
in
I get
Nigeria.
it. Let me answer that
Mhm.
question. You know, the thing is, I don't think there are any barriers. I don't believe in boxes. I don't believe people should be put in a box. You only allow
Mhm.
yourself to be in a box is a choice. And then the very thing that is key is motive. What is your motive? What are you getting into politics to do? There is nobody that has politics inscribed on their skin.
Mhm.
And there is nobody that should feel entitled like this is ours and they can do it. These
Mhm.
barriers are unnecessary.
Absolutely.
Leadership entails character and
Mhm.
concerns and
Say it.
a yearning
Say it.
to get
Say
in
it, girl.
there and do the work. So whether
Simple
you're
and
an
clear.
entertainer, whether you're a civil servant, whether you're just a woman that sweeps the streets, if you have what it takes to be a leader, please come and lead.
Yeah,
Well
because
spoken,
I
darling.
know that generally women tend to shy away from the responsibilities of leadership, both in politics and in even other spheres in the corporate world. You realize that women are not, would I say, I don't know whether it is the fact that they are not given the space or that they generally don't feel strong enough to come out and do this thing. Do you want to speak to that?
Yeah, I think women have been subdued. And I think
Hmm.
it's a cultural thing. We have a
Hmm.
culture that insinuates that women are only relevant in the room and in the kitchen. I mean, the president of a country said it.
Hmm.
He said his wife belongs to the other room and the kitchen.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
when you raise daughters, girl child in a culture like this, with
Hmm.
patriarchal men that believe that women have nothing to offer, but to just be a sexual tool or to just, provide some, what do you get? You start raising girls that actually believe that all they need is marriage. Go to our schools, go to Ibariam and do your
Hmm.
research. Most of the girls just want to graduate and get married. They see marriage as an economic solution. And that is why you have more broken
And
marriages today. That is why you
exactly,
find
I agree with
marriages
you.
heading nowhere because people get into it just
For the wrong reasons. For
is
the wrong
sad.
reasons. That's very sad. Meanwhile, we see all of you. Diamond Chidema says, Mano Ezioku. Some people have complimented you and I, Maski. They said we are looking nice. Thank God. At least you didn't say that I'm looking like
Oh,
a
thank you,
monkey
guys.
in a wig. Thank you. Sadie said, can you imagine? Steady said, very true. Come and lead if you have what it takes. So absolutely. Then somebody says that women oh yeah, I say, okay, you have
Vivian, they say you're on point too.
oh, thank you so much. Ijeoma
You, they
said,
say you're on point too.
women shy away from the responsibilities of politics because of the system. Yeah, again, I wanted to go there. The system seems to um, organically discriminate against women because everybody believes that any woman that achieved something achieved it through probably having um, sleeping their way up, if I have to use that language. Sorry, on national TV, but yeah, that's what people say. What do you want? How do you think this works? How do you think, is it true?
Yeah. We can't shy away from the fact that sexual harassment is embedded in our system, in the educational system, in politics, in the entertainment industry, where of course I've had these experiences. So coming here and saying, "Oh, it doesn't exist," is just, and I can't even be the kind of person that will say that. It exists, is a limitation, is a barrier for women. But one thing I believe is, I think women need to fight back. I think women need to, first of all, women need to encourage themselves. Women, we tend to divide it.
So I'm not like I'm cutting you off, but you said women need to fight. We need to help themselves. How do we do this? How? Because this is very like, for me, it rings a bell because it's something that bothers me a whole lot. I see that women are not able to come together to have a face. So how do you think we can do this? Can you hear me? The network is bad. Oh God.
Please share. If you are watching this right now, share it everywhere on your Instagram, TikTok, X, Facebook, so that people will come and join and listen. This is a very interesting time that we're having in the studio with Miss Ifemeludke. She will be right back. I trust us. Somehow she will come back.
She'll come
Sadia,
back. It's just the
many
weather.
people have married for reasons that are not reasonable. In fact, now you speak and pass. The reason no reasonable. They go just marry, say, let me go and marry somebody that will be feeding me and all that. Forgetting that you yourself as a woman can make a very major impact in the society. Maski, I want you to say something on this particular topic before Chioma comes up.
Abib, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you
So
hear me?
I was not hearing for a minute. I wasn't hearing you. What you said? What for a minute I
Well,
couldn't hear you anymore. The network is even affected.
Sadia said that many people have married for reasons that are not reasonable.
Oh,
Did
that's
you
a
hear?
huge one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so I'm saying,
I hear you, and that's a big one.
yeah, can you speak to that while we wait for Chioma?
You know, I always say it all the time. The reason people don't have conversations, I mean, like deep conversations before they get married, that's the issue. Because, like what she just said about, yeah, I agree with that. A lot of women see marriage as an occupation, and of course, it's not an occupation where you work 30 days and you get paid. Nah, it's not. So the expectations are cut short because it doesn't work like that. You understand?
You have the wrong
So,
expectations from the
yeah,
family.
long expectation. So that's one of the issues. Then I just hope the network gets better. Anyways, it's very interesting, Viv, how you see what single mothers have done. This is a lady that was brought up by a single mother. Can you see the strength of character? Can you see the validation?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah,
a lot of the times when we talk about single mothers, people think about widows or maybe
yeah,
divorced. You know, some
yeah.
people in marriages and they are very single.
Yeah,
And
there you go. There
absolutely.
you go.
Yeah, and if you're in
Mhm.
a
No,
marriage
you're
and
when I say there you go, this is another topic again that you will enter.
absolutely. So
Mm-hmm.
I generally want to bring in all the single mothers everywhere so that they are all
Mm-hmm.
appreciated while we're at it. You know,
Okay, let us appreciate all the single mothers, both the married but single.
married but
Is that what you're
single,
saying?
those the
Okay, then.
divorcees and all that, we are all grateful
Mhm.
to you all for all the work you're doing by yourself and doing amazing work as it is, raising strong
Yes.
human beings in society. Thank you all so much. Daria Ajayi says, Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday to you, darling. You know, you when around here, having been here for a minute now, I meet a lot of women who are by themselves and doing so much work. When you see the children they have raised, you see how strong they are and how much better they are able to serve the society, which is so
Of
beautiful.
course.
Halimat said a woman must be financially stable before marriage. Good thing, even after marriage, you should continue to be. Miracle Shaibu said, share, 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 share. So
And
thank you,
tell them
Miracle.
to share, my darling. No, they should share.
Mhm.
That reminds me, Viv. You
Yeah,
know, people will be waiting, especially on Instagram, for this week's survey. You know that, right?
absolutely.
For the winners for the survey, they will be waiting. Don't worry,
Yeah.
guys. After this life, you're gonna get.
Leaders will be
And
announced.
then again, remember that after next week, the train is moving. Oh, Shebi,
Hmm.
Viv, now. We are
After
from
next week,
Facebook. We travel to Instagram. Now we are moving from Instagram. We are heading
to TikTok.
exactly. Let me speak it like those. Now exactly,
Exactly.
exactly. Oh my god. So this network is really Anyways,
Ijoma says, meanwhile, you both look so good. I thank God. Thank you so much.
thank you.
I appreciate that. Blushing.
Mhm. How do they do it? I'm trying to learn as a.
There are
So
guys,
this Gen Z, they have the way they do it,
my dear.
with their steals.
We cannot carry last. Maybe they say make we no agree for anybody. So we are not
I'm
agreeing.
trying my best. I cannot
Yeah.
grieve for anybody.
Daria Jai says, Mommy, you are looking good. Thank you so much. We appreciate every compliment, every comment, every like, and every share. Continue. Even tell your neighbors, tell your friends, tell your frenemies, in-laws, outlaws, let them come and watch
Okay.
what you do. Okay? In the meantime,
Time.
next
Please,
one,
the
one,
talkative no family. I want to report somebody to you people.
please go ahead.
I want to report big to you people. Oh.
Chimo, it's me. I don't know it's
I
me.
want let me no, you know what? No, let me just leave it for today. After let's finish the interview with our Her Excellency, please.
Mm.
I will
Okay,
report
so
you to this TDS family. Mm. Because me, yes, that's what I'll just report to you.
TDS family.
So
I
they'll come and judge the matter for us.
know ahead of time. I know you people love me. Please don't judge against me. Please, I beg people in advance.
Look at this. I used to listen to I used to listen for vote.
I'm soliciting
I used
already.
to listen to. No, relax now.
Mm.
Relax. Relax. I don't know what our network is doing.
Mhm.
Hmm. You don't hear
Meanwhile,
what to. Which I'll go and buy, please, I'll go and buy week. What is all this one? Uh, uh, for what? Hmm. I will not
next,
agree.
next time you can't next time show
I
you
will,
can't grip everybody.
like me, I cannot agree for you. I will not
Meanwhile,
agree.
while we're going on, Chioma Ifemeludke is a gubernatorial candidate in Anambra State of African Action Congress political party, also known as AAC. I think that's the political party of Showore,
So
right?
now that's his party now. Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So yeah, I'm so grateful for her boldness. I'm so grateful for the step she has taken, because taking this step is not common amongst us. It's not common amongst women. So we're grateful that she is doing this. And I don't know, what would you have to say about this, Domaski? What's your take on it?
No, right from time, this guy, his full name, I say, what's that his name again? That show. Omo, wait, let me look for it. I wrote it down somewhere. Yeah, I want to be sure. If I present on the hey, Omo Yele. Omo, I don't know how to say it, but it's Omo Yele, something like that. Show way, that's his full name. I've always admired the guy. He had some, how do I say this now? He has some very, vibrant and I'm trying to get the word. Some very, vibrant and good, let me use the word good for want of something else to use, good ideas that I think that if we work on as a people, it will bring some sort of stability to us as a people. He has some good ideas. I've listened to him several. He's quite an articulate guy, you know. So
Articulate,
yeah.
very intelligent, as it were.
Yeah, very articulate. I've listened to a lot of his discussions and interviews. You know, he's quite. He has some good, you know, ideas about what he understands. You know, democracy and good leadership to be. You get what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah,
Mhm.
and you know, I do like people who have, you know, I like people who have their own perception of what they think something should look like. Don't just be somebody that, you know, you're neither here nor there. You know,
Yeah.
that's what I like. Yeah, so he has his own perception of what he thinks should happen in Nigeria, and he's able to like articulately put it together. You know, I like that in a person. It puts your thoughts together and be able to present it in a very articulate, you know, manner. So I respect him for that. You know, I respect him for that, and I think that for him to like have somebody like Chioma, our guest at that network, the maybe, yeah, maybe they're your village people. I don't know. They're your village.
My village,
Maybe it's your
my
village
village
people that is holding the network. I don't understand. What
they
that
have
is
tried.
You know, they say it's raining. It's raining in Anambra.
Yeah, that is the
Oh,
thing. So
yeah,
once it's raining, we all know how it goes, you know.
how it
Sadia,
is. Yeah, it's raining in Anambra.
Sadia says she's a very smart and bold lady. So much love her courage. Thank you, Sadia. That is what
You.
we need, more women being like her and being stronger than her where possible and all that, so that we are fully represented in the scheme of things.
Mhm.
When you allow people who don't understand you, who don't understand what you go through, to continually be the ones making decisions for you, most likely they're going to make the wrong decision, especially where they believe that women's education ends in the kitchen, you know. You know, so especially where they believe that our everything that we do ends in the kitchen. So it's important that we are more well represented, so that we're able to take our own decisions, or at least make suggestions on how we want to move forward. Okay,
Mhm.
this network is taking a
Yeah.
second.
Honestly, I don't know what to do. I don't know. It's like it's the, you know, now how, you know how it is. I don't just understand these things.
See,
On
this is why
Nigeria, you know, they easy.
we need stronger people in politics who will be able to take care of stuff like this, you know, once and for all.
Because over,
Because
yeah, you
it doesn't,
understand. Is
there's
it not
nothing that,
still the same internet?
yeah, there's nothing that makes it right that because it's raining, we can't flow no more. You know, nothing makes it right.
Yeah,
Yeah, so we're
I don't get
disappointed.
it. You know, other places there will be snow, thunder, lightnings, snow, everything. Yeah, people are able to access, you know,
Exactly.
the internet. I don't understand this one. It's
Hmm.
really, you know, taking away all the excitement.
Hmm. Don't worry, she'll be back and we'll be fine. And our guests are our listeners are usually very supportive, for which we're very grateful. Mm.
Yeah. Oh God. Anyway, let me see hold the matter down. Let me hold myself.
Don't hold yourself, say it. Now they are
Let me
putting me
see
under
hold this
pressure.
hold
Okay, you know,
down.
I don't like somebody
Okay,
telling me,
hold.
I will tell you something later.
No,
Oh,
I'm already dancing for your anticipation and your anxiety now. Because I know you'll be going, I will report the matter today on this platform. They'll come and judge the case.
talkative no family. I see what talkative mask use me they do here. because she knows I don't like person tell me say I will tell you something later. So she's using me to do yeah. All right.
You see now, who judge the matter?
Princess
The day we will
says
judge the matter. Ah, it must be a small something.
Princess
I will
says
report to you.
some people are still having oh my god.
Finally, finally, she's back.
Yes, I'm so sorry for
Yeah,
that
okay.
technical.
Princess
Yeah,
says
well,
that
it's not your fault, my dear.
it's not your fault, we understand. Princess says that she believes that women are strong and powerful and we have brains and we can do great things. I just wanted to,
Yes, yes.
summarize the sentence. All right. Welcome back, sis. It's nice to have you back.
Thank you. Thank you for
Yeah.
having me. Sorry for
Yeah.
that.
So presently, you are the Guba candidate of African Action Congress political party
Mm-hmm.
for the state
Absolutely.
election coming on this 2025. Tell us about it. How did we
Yes.
get there? Somebody's just say, yay, she's back.
They tell us about it. Okay. I didn't get your question. I think there was a bit
So
of a
I said
glitch.
presently you are the gubernatorial candidate. Can you hear me? You are the
Yes, you're
gubernatorial
clear now.
candidate of African Action Congress
Action.
political party led by Omoyele Sowore. I'm sorry if I'm messing the name up, but yeah.
No, it's okay.
And
It's okay.
yeah, that you are the gubernatorial candidate in the upcoming 2025 elections in Anambra State. And the question is, how did we get here?
Yes. So I became chairperson. I was appointed chairperson in December 2024, and I started leading the party in the state, in Anambra State. And then, and then it happened that Anambra State elections was going to happen in 2025. And then by January, February, it occurred to us that we needed a candidate. And because the party, is just finding its ground in the state. And then the question of who would be the flag bearer, who would be the candidates. And, because there's a culture of people hopping from one party to the other, renting parties. So that became our worry. It became the worry of our leader. And when that conversation came up, and he told me vehemently that he wasn't interested about the money some of these heavyweights want to bring to the party, that what he's interested in is the integrity of whoever is going to run, that whoever is going to represent the African Action Congress is someone that the party can trust. It's not someone that will sell out, because we've seen a lot of some character and attributes of some of our politicians, and it's sad that you don't even know where they stand. You could sleep PDP today and wake up APC. You could be an electorate and you voted a PDP, and you wake up in the morning APC, and you don't have any. You can't decide. The party your leaders take you to. So this is what we've seen happen over time, and it became a worry. And he now, so his stance was integrity. He said, integrity is all I stand for. I can't be a hypocrite. I can't condemn something and now be the opposite of what I condemn. So now, if we find someone that has this quality, fine. If we don't, I want you to be there and be part of this process. Let the people on ground determine who has this integrity and who can be the flag bearer. And we held the primaries in Oka. I stepped in to be part of it, and I won the primaries to represent the party for the
Wow,
elections.
that's awesome. That's awesome. But let me say something here. Um, in politics generally, I don't want to speak for a particular state. In Nigeria, in politics generally, we do a lot of godfatherism and all that. And you know how it is. And from what we've spoken here, you are quite a young, vibrant young lady. I don't think you're not like, I'm sorry to use the word, you're not like a money bag. So how is this gonna work out? Who is backing you? How is what goes into like what you're doing? It's huge. Honestly, I'm thinking about. I say this lady is like, I have a lot of respect for what you're doing. There's a lot of God's courage to do what you're
Absolutely. She
doing.
has a lot of courage, and we appreciate that in you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Someone stated this today under my comment section on X, and he said, "You don't have the money." And I replied, I said, "I have something greater than money." And first off, I want to say this with every assurance: I have God. It might not make sense to some people, but I have God. I've got grace, and I've got courage. I'm going to give you an instance, and it's going to be a biblical one. I'm sorry to some of us who are not Christians, but I can always use an example I can relate with. When David was
Mm-hmm.
going to get Goliath's head to roll, nobody believed him. People laughed at him.
Mm.
But David believed in himself. David believed in his God. And David's motive was because he believed that the giant, the Goliath himself, had, talked badly, openly about God, who was the reason why Goliath went for that battle. He said, "How will an uncircumcised Philistine talk about my God in this manner?" But when he was going to go for that battle with a string and a stone, it looked like a joke. But he said
Mm-hmm.
he didn't just say, "I'm going to kill him." He said the head of Goliath was going to roll. And that was what happened. So I say, I don't have money, but I have what is greater than money. And anybody that underrates or undermines it would have themselves to blame, and the evidence will show. And not that I am looking away from all the other capacity I'll be needing, including money. But how all of that is going to align, let's sit back and watch. But I'm not here to play. I'm not here
Absolutely.
to play with anybody. My
Wow.
motive is for the
Wow.
commoners, the hungry people I see on the street every day, and my heart bleeds. The
Mm.
youths who have no jobs and now have to go to taking drugs, girls who now have to prostitute, girls between the ages of 15, young girls that should be in school who are being trafficked and used for sex slaves.
Mm.
The rate of injustice in this country and bloodshed is alarming.
It is alarming.
I'm not happy, and I'm stepping in. I'm not playing with anybody. I am very
Yeah.
serious with what I'm about to do or what we're about to get into. I am not joking. I'm here for
Absolutely.
serious
Wow.
business.
We are super proud of you. There's a lady that says they are super proud of you, that you have they appreciate your courage. And Mr. Emmanuel Weke said, "Congrats, ma. 8th of November is the date." Ijeoma Chibuzo says, "Even the Bible says, seek God first, and all other things shall be added to you." You are doing well, ma. Okay,
Thank
that's
you.
amazing. I'm happy
Thank
that
you.
there are
With,
people
with
who
every
are
sense of
encouraging you.
humility, I appreciate everyone dropping positive comments. Even the negative comments, I accept them all. I'm open to criticisms. That's the only way I can learn. And I want to learn.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yes. Thank
Ijeoma
you very
Chibuzo
much.
says
For
a
me,
lot
for
of
me personally,
atrocities, injustice, and bloodshed. God help us all. Maski, you were going.
um, yeah, for me, one of the qualities of a leader that I see in you is, like you said something, that you say you're even open to people criticizing you, and it now
Absolutely.
takes me back to something. yeah, it's true. We don't want to talk about what happened in the past, but I love you for one thing. You openly admitted to your mistakes. About you had a little bit of controversy in the past. You openly admitted to your mistakes, and you apologized for them, and that's what for me is the quality in a leader.
That's
The
a
people, our
superpower.
leaders, they don't agree. They don't come out and say, "Oh, I did this thing wrong. I'm sorry." They don't do
Mm.
that.
It's a superpower to
Yeah,
be able to do
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
That's a superpower.
You know, the thing is, we have built a culture of perfection. People want to look perfect. People want to look like they don't have anything on them. And that's where
Mm,
the deceit is. But I'm not a
Yeah.
absolutely.
deceitful person. I was not created to be a deceitful person. In fact, for the people that know me very well, if I'm not telling you the truth, then there's nothing I don't have to lie to you. I don't have to. I tell you the truth and you deal with it. I'm a very straightforward woman. So
Yeah.
I knew at some point in my life that that secret is something I cannot live with, because this
Mm,
is not especially considering the fact that the person in question was a self-acclaimed man of God. That means he is putting an outlook that was unreal. And guess what? I now become a witness that this person is not who he says he is. Maybe he has changed, maybe, but I need to witness. I need to say what I know, even though he indicts me at the same time. So you know the kind of courage it takes to do that.
I
Of
know.
course, a lot of
I
courage.
don't think I
Yeah,
don't
that's
think I don't think
like
you
for
can
me
count a
personally. I
lot of people
respect.
who
I
can do
respect that
that.
in you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I had to do it because I knew that my my mental state, my relationship with God is more important than any image I'm trying to protect. And that if I don't do the right thing, I will eventually pay a higher price. So it was important I did it at that time. I said the truth and dealt with it when it should be, than
That's
go on
integrity.
and the consequences will wait for me, because that is life. You can't run away from consequences. They will always be there.
Absolutely.
So you
Absolutely.
better deal with it when you can. And this was my position with
This
everybody who thought,
this
oh my
this is
God,
this is a
have you
strong
gone
woman.
crazy? How can you talk about this in public? And I said to them, it's better I deal with it now than it deals with me later. And then I'll have more
This is a strong
casualties
woman.
and have more
A
Absolutely.
strong
losses.
woman.
Absolutely.
Because
Before,
it takes a lot of strength of character for you to own it,
Yes.
own up to own it.
Yes.
absolutely.
People need
Own
to
it.
know who I am. That's how people can appreciate, because why do I have to package myself to be perfect when I know deep in my heart I'm not? It doesn't make any sense.
Mm.
We
I'm
all
not
we all
perfect.
have
I
we
am
all have
Chioma
our
Grace
parts.
Ifemeludke. I am not perfect.
But
I am who I
that's the
am.
problem we have in our society. People don't want to own
Yes.
it. Nobody takes responsibility for anything.
And that's why
Absolutely.
I give respect to the typical white man. These people will tell you the truth and you deal with it.
Yeah,
Deal with it. It's me. I did it. I'm sorry. I'll probably not do it again.
yeah,
That for me
exactly.
is growth. You are growing. But when you just want to put out, we keep packaging lies in Nigeria and look where it's gotten us.
Yeah. You put up
Absolutely.
something that is not real, something that is fake
Yeah.
to people.
Mhm,
Yes. We're
mhm.
fake. We're fake.
So,
Yeah,
And
we
that's why
are.
when you tell the truth in that magnitude, people can't deal with it because they don't know what it
Yeah,
means to be genuine.
hmm,
they
So you
don't.
reflect something they don't want to deal with.
Oh
You
God,
reflect it and then they
this
fight you.
Excellency, please, please, you're taking
And
me
then they
there. You
fight
know
you.
that you're taking me there because that's the point. You're making very valid points here.
absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah,
So
people don't understand what it means to be true, to be true to yourself.
that
It's
is the
it's,
only
it's
way, if you come out as a leader and you are able to show your vulnerability. That is a
Mm-hmm.
superpower. Those are people we need in sensitive offices. Because when you now come out as somebody that's being led as a member of the
Yeah, that's why I
society
say to you that this is
with your
something very close,
vulnerability,
very, yeah.
you have somebody who is able to protect you. Go ahead, my darling. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying that when I say this events or this controversy, like the term it, is something I hold dear to heart. I'm always happy to talk about it because people bring it up in a bit to face shame me, but they don't know it's my strength.
Absolutely. It's a
People bring it
superpower.
up in a bit to silence me, but they don't know they are making me even more loud.
Absolutely.
Okay, now
So yeah.
our time is fast spent. I just want to ask one. Let me tell it. Maybe I will call it. Let me say a political question. Now, in all of this, you're aspiring to be the governor of Anambra State. Tell me one thing. Tell us one thing that you're gonna do differently if you become the governor of Anambra State. Tell us
Meanwhile,
one thing you're gonna do differently.
before you answer, unstoppable friends of show say the next governor of Anambra State.
Mm.
Yay! All right. So what are you going to do
Those are my
differently, Twinny?
people. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for joining. There's a lot. There's a lot to do. There's a lot to do. Because unfortunately, we've not had leaders who are in tune with the reality of the people. I'm not sorry to say, but that's the truth. We've had leaders who have only considered the selfish interests and not considered the populace. In fact, they know they see us. We don't amount to anything for them.
They no
Because
rate
how
us.
would a sitting they don't rate us. How would a sitting governor stand up one day, leave a party where millions of electorate voted you as PDP, you stood up and jumped to APC? They don't rate us. And that's because we don't rate ourselves. But that's by the way. So eventually, when I become governor, in the areas of security, in the areas of social policy, you know, I'm building a manifesto and very soon I'm going to be launching it. Because for me, leadership is not just, playing to the gallery and doing things. Maybe you build the road, you hang it at the junctions for people to see, you print it, and people are saying, oh, he did that road, and you keep talking about. No, it's actually a passionate cry from the depth of your heart to go in there and meet the very demands or needs of the people. And for security, because security is a primary need. They can be trade, they can be commerce, they can be industries, they can be any form of economic activities without security. And if I'm sure we know how bad insecurity has become in Anambra State in the last few years. So, in areas of insecurity, we have plans to make sure that first, like, we need much more trained vigilantes in Anambra State. We need to engage people in the local communities and make them watchdogs in their own local, where you can't tell a person how to safeguard where he lives. So we pick these people, gallant men up, we train them, rigorously to meet up the standard to challenge insecurity, considering what that community is dealing with. Also, we've seen some cases of herders and farmers clashes in riverine, in farming or agricultural based areas like we have in Annam, and some areas where we find insecurity because of the movement of herders and farmers, and then you see the clashes or the crisis erupt in those areas. We intend to get into such situations and find out who the real criminals are, because some of these we've seen how much this situation has festered in the north, in the northern region, and some parts of the southeast like Enugu State, We've seen it in North Central, like Plateau and Benue. How long do you think it's going to take before it comes to Anambra State if we don't have a leader that is on ground and connected to the people? And you know why security is very critical? Is the reason that security is tied to economics or economy. Security is tied to youth who are not employed would inevitably become criminals. You know, we live in a country where we
Wow.
rather buy guns. We rather buy guns and wait for children to grow, and we kill our children. Instead of empowering our children right from when they are born, making sure they are skilled, making sure they are educated, so that when they grow up to a certain adult age, they become self-sufficient. And they won't even look in the crime way. But we have, you know, made poverty a system. We have made on education a norm. Poverty is now a tool in the hands of
Wow.
our leaders, because when a person is poor, you can buy him to do your dirty deals. But when the person is educated, who are you going to bring? Who are you going to pay to do your tout work, or to do
Absolutely.
your
Now,
stealing of ballots, or doing your
absolutely.
thuggery and
Now,
assassinations? A well-educated person is not going to look that way. So investing in education, investing in the social policies, which has to do with education, health care, making sure that social security system is in place. Children are catered for from the day they are born. You pay stipends into their pockets. By the time they are 18, they start being self-sufficient with the education that you've put inside of them. So these are the things that can solve security long term.
now, talking about security, for the past few years, not just Anambra State, the Igbo land on Mondays, nothing happens. How do you intend to deal with this when you become governor? Excuse me.
You mean the sit at home?
The Monday sit at home.
Sorry. Because first of all, before you solve a problem, you must look at the root causes. Where did we get, how did we get here? Sorry, darling. You want to take a break and just, are you okay? Are you sure? So I'll go
She's
on when you're ready. And when, is she
no,
okay?
no, just keep. She's listening. Keep going.
Okay, all right.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah, so the sit at home, we need to look at the cause. What is the reason? Where did it start from? And it was because people who felt marginalized are agitating. When people are agitating, you don't shut them up, you listen. But we don't have leaders who are interested in solving our problems. You see, Nigeria is not that complex. There's no complexity to our problem. What we have are people who are not interested in leadership. They want to do business by us, do business on us, and do business with us. That is what has been happening, both at
Wow.
the federal, the
Say,
state, the
hold on. Say
local
that again.
government.
Say that. Say that. I want to hear that again. Say that again.
I said these are leaders that want to do business on us, by us, and with us.
Wow.
So in all of these three, nothing about the common man, nothing about the average man is in the picture. So how do you expect someone like that to do anything, to get into a situation and solve it? In fact, he derives joy, because then his business can fester. His that business, that enterprise, which he's doing with the very populace, can grow. If the people are
Absolutely.
united, that business cannot grow. These
True
are
that.
the crop of leaders we have been allowing in power. That is why you see marginalization. That is why a group of people are agitating. And why are they saying that they don't want to come out on Mondays, or people should not come out on Mondays? It's because they believe that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because these people don't respect the rule of law. The courts already ruled that Mazi should be released, but he's been held back. Why? Maybe
Because we
political
must.
reasons best known to them.
Because we're in
But we
Nigeria.
cannot downplay the agitation of these people. When people are saying that they are not happy or something is going wrong, the leader listens. But we don't have leaders. So they tend to not want to hear
The network matter is coming
The
back
network, but
again.
at least, yeah, the network is still, but I'm happy we were able to hear a lot of what she had to say. Um,
Ijama just wrote, she said, do business by us, with us, and on us. Interesting. It's
Honestly,
good.
I know that today, that one, how do they say it again? That one off me. Abi, is that how they say
Absolutely.
it? That one off
Yeah.
me. Oh
Nah,
my God, the network is,
mobile. Yeah.
okay, she's
yeah.
back. Mm.
Okay, she's back. She's back.
Sorry,
Okay,
internet has
our
been
time is fast spent. Viv, do you have
yes.
any last,
So if you're ready, I can continue.
yeah, do you have any last words for her because our time is fast spent and the
Are
network
you
is not
ready?
friendly? Viv, can you hear me?
I can hear you. I'm just wondering if Chioma can hear you. Chioma, can you hear us?
Yes, loud and clear.
Okay,
Okay.
Viv, do you have any last one for her because our time is fast spent?
Oh, okay. It's me you were talking to. Oh, I thought you
Yeah,
were
that's
going.
what it is.
Okay. No, it's about Chioma. Would you want to just have say something to the populace? How do you want them to work with you in the coming election? Anambra people especially.
Yes, I need their support. One, because I am one of you. I am one of you. For the very first time, be selfish. Go for one of you.
Hmm.
Vote. Don't vote me just because I'm a woman. Vote me because I care.
Hmm.
That could be the simplest reason. I might not be able to give you all the grammatical expression to make you assess me intellectually, but
Viv, this thing is your village people. Viv,
In fact, I
I
jump at
know.
village people.
It's your
Village people.
village people.
I jump at passy people.
It's your village people. Viv.
Anyway, Miss Choma said, vote her because she's one of us. She is an everyday Anambra citizen that
The girl
wants
next door.
the girl next door. Absolutely. That's a very good expression. That wants to come in and make a difference. So I think that's what she was going to say. Talkative Maski, tell us something. Tell us how much you love us.
I I had wanted to ask her something about, Annabelle is very patriarchal in like society. I wanted to ask her how she intends to how to survive and to thrive in that kind of environment. Because you and me know that that's a very patriarchal, setup. Because they are Igbos, and normally
The
without
typically
saying so much, the
doesn't
typical
want.
Igbo system. Women are not really, so, but network didn't permit us. I don't know, but maybe we'll have her some other time. It was quite an interesting time.
Yeah, it was interesting.
We're interested in listening to her. Okay, guys, you know how it is with me. I always say it to you guys. You see, Viv, she's loving herself. She's not wearing wig. And
I'm
like
smiling because
I always say to you guys, love yourselves. That's all. That's what talkative masky is for. Always, 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 guys, love yourselves.
love yourself, hug yourself. When nobody's hugging you, please hug yourself. You deserve
Hug
it.
yourself. Yeah, so
You don't need anybody to thrive. All you need is yourself and whatever it is that you believe, the universe, God, Allah, whatever it is you believe, those are the two things you need beyond anything else. Okay. Do we wait? It seems like she's going to come back. Do we wait or
I think we should just go because the network is really, really it's beginning to drag the thing for. So it's
long?
okay. We can always have her some other time. You know how it is here.
Absolutely.
TDS, we don't have protocol. We let things flow the way they come. You know,
Absolutely.
yeah, we've had a good conversation. If the network is not letting us continue, that's fine. At least we've heard from her. And basically, for me personally, I get her vibes. She's a vibrant,
Absolutely.
lady with a lot of integrity and a lot of strength of character. That's one thing I got at least.
Absolutely. Ayamide said,
Mhm.
have people who like those place people. Love said she has my support. Yes, so thank you guys
Yeah.
so much for
Okay.
joining us. It's beautiful. Comrade
Mhm.
Chioma all the way. Thank you for joining us. We are so grateful that you came. Don't forget to follow Talkative Dose series. And trust me, we're bringing you many more things. In the next few minutes, we're going to be announcing the winners of this week's
Survey
Thank
question.
you. This week's survey questions. These village people are serious today? Oh, Maski, what do we
Yeah,
do?
I don't think from your village. I mean, it's your
I'm not going
village.
to wear, I'm not wearing this wig again. Is this because maybe they are inside this wig? Anyway,
Oh my God.
anticipate the survey answers, the survey winners for the week. And
Mhm.
then, if you have not been joining this survey, I don't know what you're doing. 25K will help somebody's life small. So please
Yes, sir.
do well to go to our Instagram, and then from there we're moving to TikTok. All our
Mhm.
social media pages on YouTube, we're going to be having these surveys there. So wherever you are not following us, do well to start following us now. Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, and X.
Everywhere.
All
Everywhere.
over the place, we are there. Okay. Thank you all so much. And for now, it's peace out. Bye.
Bye. Love you guys. See you.
Bye.
Everybody come around, come around, come around. Maski and beef, let's talk to talk. Maski and beef, let's talk to talk. Talkative Duo series. Maski and beef, let's talk to talk. Talkative Duo series. Maski and beef, let's talk to talk. Talkative Duo series. Maski and beef, let's talk to talk. Talkative Duo series. Maski and beef, let's talk to talk. Talkative Duo series. Maski and beef, let's talk to talk. Talkative Duo series. Maski and beef, let's talk to talk. Talkative Duo series. Maski and beef, let's talk to talk.